Hello everyone. In today's video, we are going to talk about super easy Python automation project for beginners. Myself Mohammed Zubair and this channel is all about showing you how to become a highly paid IT pro really fast. So without any further ado, let's get started. Well, in this video, I'll show you 5 such Python-based projects that are fun and easy to use at the same time. I'll start with the simplest of them all and then we'll move toward a bit of complex projects. First of all, the project that I'm going to show you is password generation. You just need to run your program and it will generate a password every time a new one for you, and you can use that particular password at any website, any platform, at any application as per your liking. So let's start with the first one. Well, I will not waste the time in writing the code for you. I'll just write the code and then explain it to you. First of all, what we need to do, we need to import 2 libraries, and these are random and string. Random will be used to generate a password based on random numbers, symbols and digits, and string is a library that we also need. After that, we need a function in which we'll generate a password. We have declared a variable as letters in which we'll have different ASCII letters. Then we have a digits. It will take, or you can say, it will store all the numbers or all the digits in it. Then we have different symbols. Because I want to have a password that is composed of letters, digits and symbols, that is why I have taken 3 different variables in here. After that, what I have done here, basically, I have taken the combination of all 3 variables in here. I want 5 of the random letters, then I want 5 random digits, and then I want 5 random symbols. And if you see one thing, all these 3 will be 5 in numbers. Now, at the end, we'll have a password that will be composed on 15 letters. After that, what I have done here, I have added random characters until my password reaches the desired length. And at the moment, my desired length is 15. Now, here we have a while loop, and in that I'm calling all my variables which are letters, digits and symbols, and all of these will be on random basis. Now I'm shuffling all the numbers, digits and letters that I got from this code, and at the end I'm joining all of them. And as I got everything in password variable, at the end I'm returning that particular password. And here I'm defining the length of my password. Well, as I want to have a password of 15 in length, that is why I have declared 15 in here. Let's say you want to increase the length of your password. Just change the variable or value from here. After that, make sure that you divide 20 between these 3 variables. Otherwise, your program might have an error. Let's go back to 15. Let's save everything and let's try to run this particular code. And here you can see we have successfully generated a password that has a length as 15, and if you see, we have everything. We have symbols, we have digits, we have letters. Now let's try to rerun this program. And now if you see, now we have another code that is completely different to the previous one. So you can see how easy it is that with the help of Python and in like 15 to 20 lines of code, you can have your own password generator that can generate different passwords for you with any length as per your liking every time whenever you run it. So just use this particular code and you are good to go and enjoy this particular program. So that was all about the first one, and now let's move on to the next one and let's see what do we have next. The next project in my list is Translator. Well, this particular project will translate your language into any other as per your liking. So let's start with this one. First of all, we need to import some of the libraries, and these are request, UUID and JSON. After that, we have to add our key and our endpoint. The key is from the Microsoft Azure, and this is the endpoint. As you can see, it says cognitive.microsofttranslator.com. After we are done with our key point and endpoint, now what we need to do, we need to define our location. And as you can see, I have defined my location as Southeast Asia. And as we are done with the Southeast Asia as our location, we have to define our path. Then we have a URL in which we'll have our endpoint and a path. This is our endpoint and this is our path. And after that, here I'm defining my parameters. At first, I am defining the version of my API, which is this one, and it is 3.0 at the moment. Then I am trying to translate my English into these 2 languages, First one is French and the second one is German. Let's say you want to change the language or you want to have another language like Spanish. So for that purpose, you just need to write here ES and now it will translate your English into French and Spanish. But let's go back with German. I'll just save this one. After that, here we are defining our header, and in that header we'll have our key that will make sure that we can translate our English very easily in these two languages. And here I'm making sure that in case if I'm trying to use this particular API or this particular service at a multi-service or regional level, then I have to define this particular code. If you are trying to use it locally, you do not have to define this particular code. And here I'm passing my string that I want to translate. For example, at the moment I have written here, my name is Zubair, and now I'll write here, and this is skills build training YouTube channel, and now my program will translate this particular line. And let's see what do we have next. Well, obviously after that we have to have our request and we have to have our response. And here you go, here we have our request in which we'll have our URL, we'll have our parameters which are right here, then we'll have our header which is this one, and then we'll have our body. At the end, let's print everything out. This particular line will print the output for us. Let's save this program and let's run this and let's see if we can translate our English into our German and French or not. So I'll just run my code, and here it has successfully translated my text. This is the French one and this is the German one. Now let's change the language in here. I'll go with Spanish. I'll just save this one. Let's run this one again. And here you can see now this time it has translated my English into French and Spanish. So how easy this one as well. So I'm sure you will consider this one as well, as one of the benefit of this particular program is you do not need to have internet whenever you want to use your translator. Because either you want to use Google Translator or any other online service, you need to make sure that you have your internet with you. Otherwise your translator will not work. But with this particular code, you do not have to worry about internet or any other service. You just need to run this code and you are good to go. And for the next project, I'm going to show you a program that will summarize your text for you. And again, it is composed of 20 to 25 lines of code. So for this program, first of all, obviously, we need to import some of the libraries. First one is NLTK, which is a natural language processing library. Then we have a library that is called as SUMI. And from SUMI, I have imported different modules of it. First one is parser.plaintext, then we have summarizes.lsa, then we have nlp.tokenizers to convert our text into different tokens, and then we can convert those tokens into a summary of our text. If you are using these two libraries, which are NLTK and SUMI, for the first time, you need to make sure that you install both of them in your system. How can you do that? Well, do not worry, just open your terminal and in here write the command as pip space install space NLTK, hit enter. It will install your NLTK, and same goes for SUMI. Just write here pip install space SUMI, hit enter, and it will install SUMI for you. I have already installed all of them, that is why I'll just get out of this and let's continue our code. After that, we need to download one more component of our NLTK, and that is punkt. After that, here is my sample text that I want to convert, or you can say I want to have summary of this particular text. Basically, this is an introduction about proxy server, what they are, how they work. And as you can see, it's a very long text and I want to have its summary. So how can I get that? Well, here I'm using a code that will make sure that I get the summary in English language, and total sentences should be 3. Now I'll get the summary of this text in no more than 3 sentences. After that, here I'm creating a parser and a tokenizer for this particular text, and this is where I'm doing this. Here I have text as an input, and then I'm converting that text into a tokenizer. And those tokens will be in language, which is English, as you can see in here. And these particular line of code will generate the summary of this particular text for me. At the end, as you can see, I'm printing the summary that have been generated by these line of code. And here I have a for loop, and this for loop will make sure that I pass through all the text that I am using as my input. After that, let's save this program, let's run this code, and let's see what do we get. And here you can see it has successfully summarized it for me. To confirm it, what I'll do, I'll just copy this particular text from here. I'll just copy this one. I'll open my Microsoft Word so that I can show you the number of words. So I'll open a blank document. I'll paste it in here, And if you see at the moment, these are 129 words. Now let's select the summarized content that our program has generated for us. Let's copy this one and let's see how many number of words are here. And if I just select this one, and now you can see it has only consumed 56 words and it has given us the same information that was there earlier in 129 words. So how sophisticated and how easy this program is. I'm sure you will consider this one as well. I'll just close this one and now let's move on to the next one and let's see what do we have next. The next two projects are going to be very fun and they are going to be very exciting for you as well at the same time. On number 4, I have YouTube video downloader. Well, you might have used some third-party apps, some third-party software, or even some third-party websites where you paste the YouTube video link and that particular website, software or app downloads the video for you. How cool it would be if you have your own YouTube video downloader? Well, I'm just going to show you that. First of all, we need to use a library that is called as PyTube from the Python. This particular library will make sure that you are able to download your YouTube videos. Again, you have to use the command as pip install space pytube and hit enter. This will install this particular library in your system. Otherwise, you'll not be able to use this particular library and then you will not be able to download any YouTube videos. In case if you do not see your terminal in here or somehow you are not been able to do that from here, just open command prompt in your system and then write here pip install and again write here pytube and hit enter. It will simply download this particular library and then it will include it in your system, and at the moment as you can see it says requirement already satisfied. It means I have already done that, so that is why I do not have to reinstall it. Now let's move ahead. After declaring your library, we have to enter the YouTube video URL that we want to download, and I have just done that. After that, we need to create an object that will extract the video detail, and after creating the object, I have stored it into the variable that is called as YT. After that, what I'll do, I'll show you the video title and then I'll show you the video length. Here if you see here it says seconds. It means if the duration of video is 2 minutes, it will not show you 2 minutes. It will tell you that it is 120 seconds in length. That is why I have written seconds in here. And after that here it says print available streams. It means I'll show you all the available video qualities for the particular video that I'll paste in here. And then what it will do, it will select the highest quality on its own from the available one. So let's say you get to see 5 different video qualities and this particular line will choose the best one on its own for you. At the end, what it will do, it will start the download process by calling the method video.download. And then it will show you a message that video downloaded successfully. This is a string, you can change that one as well. Here is one more thing that I want to discuss, and that is in case if you run this code and it doesn't work, do not worry. It might be because the video you are going to download or trying to download is not available for your country to be downloaded. So make sure you paste the URL of such videos that are available to be downloaded in your country, and this code will work perfectly for you. Now, question is, how can we use this particular one? Well, simply just like any other Python program, just right click here and click on run code. It will run this particular program for you, and here it is asking you to enter the video URL. Here it is, and now I'll just hit enter. You see that it has started the process. Here it has printed the title for the video. This is the length in total seconds, and these are the available streams that are available. And down here it is still processing, and if you see on the left side of my Visual Studio Code, here we have a new file that says customized genome. If I expand it, you will see the complete name of this particular video. And down here we have a message as video downloaded successfully. It means we are done with all the processing and now we are ready to use this particular video. If I just click on this video file, you see here it is, and this is how it looks like. I'll just click on this play button and now it is playing at the runtime. There is another way that we can use to make sure that we have successfully downloaded our video or not, and that is go to the directory where you have your Python project. This is my Python project into my system, and here we have our customized genome with customized themes video file. I'll just double click on it and it will get open into my VLC media player. Here it is, and this is how it looks like. So it means we have successfully downloaded our video with the help of our Python program. So how cool and how easy it is that you just need to use maybe 15 to 20 lines of code and you can download your YouTube videos without any problem. So that was all about the fourth one, and let's see what do we have next for the last program of this particular video. The last project in this particular video is for those who love to spend their time on stock websites. Or you can say that if you want to buy a particular stock and you want to keep track of its prices, you can use this program, or I would say this program is for you. And in this program, I'll show you that how you can track Apple stocks and how you can keep track of it and its prices. Not only that, you can also set the high price, or you can say the target price at which you want to buy it. So first of all, what we need to do, we need to import some of the libraries. The first two libraries are Y-Finance and Pandas. Make sure to install both of these in your system. Again, your program will not be able to work if you do not install any one of these. After installing your libraries, here I have defined my ticker symbol for the stock that I want to track. And as I have mentioned that I want to track Apple, that is why I have written here AAPL. This is a ticker symbol for Apple. After that, I have taken the data from the stock and this will be stored in ticker data. Here we have object for our ticker, and it is getting that from our Y-Finance library, and this is the ticker symbol in which we have our Apple. After that, I am getting all the historical prices data for the Apple stock. This is the period, and this is the start date, and this is the end date. It means now it will start to keep track of my Apple stock from 1st January 2023 to 16 February 2023. In case if you want to change the date from here, you can do so very easily. Let's say I want to keep track of Apple stock from 10th of January. So for that purpose, I'll simply change the date in here and then I'll move ahead. Now, as we know that we have successfully declared our ticker for our Apple, then we have taken its value, and here we have also the historical data about it as well. Now it's time to print it. So for that purpose, I'll print the last 5 rows of my ticker. How can I do that? Well, for that purpose, I have used the method as tail, and this tail method is available in Pandas. Panda again is a library for your Python. In case if you want to print all of the values of your ticker df, or you can say all of the values that have fluctuated from this time period to this time period, you just need to remove tail method from here and you will have all the values at your disposal. But there will be a lot of values, that is why I'm just going to print last 5. In case if you want to print first 5, just write here head, and now it will print out first 5 lines, or you can say first 5 outputs for you at the output. I'll go back with my tail, and now let's see what do we have to do next. After that, here I have defined my target price, and at the moment I have defined $150. After that, what we need to do, we need to check the current price of our stock. Only then I'll be able to take a decision if I want to buy a stock or not, because my target price is 150, and then here I'm checking what is the current value of the stock that I'm interested in. At the end, it is showing if the current price is above the target price, it will send me an alert. So let's run this program and let's see if we get any alert in case actual price is above the target price. So basically, I want to make sure that whenever Apple stock goes up to $150, I should get an alert. So for that purpose, I have written this line in here. Let's save this program. Let's try to run this and let's see what do we get in here. Now here, if you see, these 5 lines are from the historical data of our stock. And if you check the date, this is 2/9, it means 9 February, 10 February, 13, 14 and 15. Okay, let me change it. I'll write here head, let's save this one and let's rerun it. And this time you will see there will be a new date. And now it will goes up to January. So here we have 10 January, 11, 12, 13 and 17. So basically it is showing me all the detail of the stock at this particular date. It was opened on $130. The highest price was $131. Lowest was $127 and it got closed on $130, and this was the volume of Apple stock. Now let's go back with the tail. I'll just write here tail. I'll save this one and let's try to run this one and let's see what is the latest data about Apple stock. It was open on $153 and I'm talking about yesterday. The highest value was $155, the lowest was $152 and it got closed on $155 and this was the volume. So that's a really good price. And as you know that I have a logic in here that if the current price is greater than the target price, it should send me an alert. Well, yes, my target price is 150 and the current price is above that. That is why here I have an alert. So you can see that with the help of only maybe 20 lines of code, we have successfully created a program that is checking stock prices for us and also letting us know that stock price has gone above the target value. Okay, just to confirm or just to make sure that this program is giving us the right data or not, let's go to our Google and here I'll check the current value of Apple stock. So I'll write here Apple stock value, and here you can see the current value is $155.33. And if you see from my output, we had almost same value in here. So that shows that our program is accurate and it is working perfectly. And that brings me to the end of this particular video. I hope now that you will consider all these 5 programs in Python programming language to automate and ease your life. And I'm sure that you have loved watching this video. If that is the case, do leave a like, subscribe, and if you want to suggest me something or if you want to ask me anything, do leave a comment below. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. Till the next video, take care.